mathletes! Today we will be learning two-digit multiplication. So to be able to do two-digit multiplication, it is important to know one-digit multiplication. So take your time to solve all four of these one-digit multiplications. So 1 times 8 is 8, because anything times by 1 is always itself. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 8 is 16, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So if you know all of these by heart, you're going to be able to solve this two-digit multiplication. So if you don't know your one-digit multiplications, you should go and practice them. So, how do you do two-digit multiplication? So here I have an example, 12 times 34. So in multiplication, you always start with the ones side. So you have to start with this side. Just like how we start in addition, subtraction, almost in everything except division. So first we're going to do 2 times 4, which is 8. Now, we're going to go diagonal this way. So we're going to do 1 times 4. So we're going to do this part. So we're going to do 2 times 4 first. Then we're going to do 1 times 4, which is 4. So here, now you can put an X or a 0. I like to put an X, but you can also put a 0 if you want. Now, we're going to do 3 times 2, which is 6. And then we're going to do the tens row, which is 1 times 3. And then you just add all of them up. So 8 plus 0, or X, is 8. This X just means there's nothing there, it's just a 0. It's just a space. Now, 4 times 6 plus 6 is 10. So this is just normal addition. We're just going to put that 1 there. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So the trick to multiplication is always look at the two bottom numbers. So technically, since we start off with the ones, first look at the 4. We're going to look at the 4 first. And now from the 4, we're going to go straight up and diagonal. Same thing, we're going to go with the tens. So diagonal, straight up. So 2 times 4 is 8. And then 4 times 3 is 12. And then you can put your X or a 0. And 2 times 2 is 4. And 3 times 2 is 6. And now you just need to add. So 8, 6, 7. And that's your answer. So the trick is always just look at the bottom number and go straight up and diagonal. Diagonal, straight up.
Now we're going to do another example. You can pause the video here and answer on your own and check your answer along with us, or you can keep watching. So what we remember is that when you're doing this, you want to go up and then diagonal for this number. And when you're doing this number, then you want to go diagonal and then up. So let's get started. So first we're going to go up. So 9 times 8 is 72. When you have a two-digit number like this, you only put the ones number over here. So you're going to put the 2 here. And then you put the number in the tens place up here. So we're going to put the 7 from 72 up here and the 2 over here. Then you're going to do 9 times 7. So what's 9 times 7? 63. But remember that we have this up here. So once you're done multiplying both of these, you're going to add this number on the top. Not multiply, you're going to add. So 9 times 7 is 63. So 63 plus 7 is 70. So now you have your number. And then now we're going to go on to the next row. You can put an X or a 0 here. So first we're going to go diagonal and then up. And if you are confused, then always remember to erase that to make sure that you're not adding the 7 again. So now we're going to do 1 times 8, which is 8. Then we're going to do 1 times 7, which is 7. And then you add both of these, and then 2 plus 0, or x, is still 2. 0 plus 8 is 8, and 7 plus 7 is 14. So you get your answer, 1,482.
So now let's try another example. So always write this down before you do it if you get confused. So ones, you go up and then you go diagonal. And the tens, you go diagonal first and then you go up. This can just help you remember the way you have to go. So 5 times 0 is obviously 0. And then 6 times 5 is 30. Now we can put our x or 0, and then 0 times 1 is 0, and 6 times 1 is 6. You just add them together, and voila, you got your answer. So now let's do another example, and this time we're doing 17 times 21. After this, we're going to have a challenge round. So stay tuned for that. So let's not forget to put our, just note that ones go up and then you go diagonal, and then tens, you go diagonal and then you go up. So let's go up from our ones. So 7 times 1 is 7, 1 times 1 is 1. Now let's put our x. So 7 times 2 is 14. So here, just like how you do an addition, you put the ones down and the tens goes up. So that 1 will go up. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then plus 1 would be 3. And then you just add that. So 7 plus 0 is 7. 1 times 4 is 5. And 3 plus 0 is 3. You can just pretend there's a 0 there. It's just an imaginary 0. So therefore, 357 is your answer. Again, multiplication is something that you just need to know and practice all the time because it's so important and it's going to come throughout your whole entire life.
Now we're going to move on to our challenge question. So it might look a little intimidating at first, but this question isn't really that hard because the only thing you need to know is what 9 times 9 is. So what's 9 times 9? 81. So this is going to be pretty easy. So obviously we're going to go up. So 9 times 9, 81. And then we're going to remember, just like addition, that we put the 8 up here. So then you do 9 times 9 once again. That's 81. And then you do 81 plus 8, which is 89. And then you put your x over here. And obviously you can erase this if you want, in case you're getting confused. Then you're going to do 9 times 9, 81. You put the 1 over here. And you put the 8 up here. So then you do 9 times 9, again 81, plus 8, which is again 89. So now all you have to do is add it. So 1 plus x or 0 is obviously 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. So you put the 0 here and you put the 1 here. And then you do 9 plus 8 plus 1, which is 18. And you put the 8 here and you put the 1 up here. And you do 8 plus 1, which is 9. And you've got your answer, 9,087. 801. See, that wasn't hard. So now you know that multiplication can be pretty easy if you keep practicing. Hope to see you next time on Math